What is it about those classic rock riffs and solos? You know what I'm talking about. Black Crowes, Tom Petty, Bad Company, and especially the Stones. Well, there's a really easy way of understanding them and playing them. Coming right up. I always wondered why so many of the classic rock chord progressions have an edge to them. In many cases, they were all major chords, and I'm not talking about the standard 1-4-5 of the blues. No, I'm talking about songs like the following. Or the undisputed kings of the edgy riff, the Rolling Stones. They all have a little edge, but they're not a typical 1-4-5 like the blues. But why? Why do they have an edge? One very simple explanation is they're not all in the same key. In fact, they use chords from both minor and major keys. Let's use D as an example. In the key of D, the chords are shown here. And in the key of D minor, the chords are these. Now looking at the chords from Do You Feel Like I Do, we can see that it starts in D, then to F and C, and then back to D at the end. Notice that we start in the key of D major, but F and C are from D minor, and then we're back to the key of D again at the end. It's as simple as that. It gives an ordinary set of chords a bit of an edge, and it's a nice change of pace from the typical 1-4-5 of the blues. But how do you solo over a progression like that? Let's use a Stones style track as an example. We can see a similar use of chords, starting with the key of D major, then using F and C from D minor, then back again to D major at the end. So what can we do to solo over it? Well, perhaps the most obvious answer is just to act like a typical rock guitarist and ignore all theory and just use D minor pentatonic. And that sounds pretty good. It's very rock and roll, and it matches the edginess of the riff. But I also like to emphasize that change from the major to the minor. The most obvious way to do that is to mix major and minor pentatonic scales. We can use the D major pentatonic over the D chord at the beginning and the end, and we can use the D minor pentatonic anywhere we want in the progression. We just showed that we could do that in the previous example. And we can do that in any position we want. For example, this one for the major, and this one for the minor. Here's an example mixing major and minor pentatonic. If you want to know more about mixing the major and minor pentatonic scales, click here. It's a trick used by many of the classic rock masters. So click here, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you on down the road.